Hi, everyone. This is Jackie. Thanks for being here today for our seated core stability. Feel free to get in your comfortable position with your chair. My chair has some armrests and a backrest. Just want to be mindful of that as I move between different spots for the warm-up and the workout. We're going to start with our arm circles. So sitting nice and tall, if you can get planted wherever they feel comfortable. Arms extend out into that T-shaped position at shoulder height. Palms facing the floor, fingertips pointed towards either side. And we're going to start with some small arm circles forward. Taking this at your pace. And then when you're ready, gradually get those arm circles a little bit bigger, maybe a medium size. And then from there, bigger as what feels best for you. Always check in with your body. For today, we have a core focus, leg focus, and an arm focus kind of rotation. So just make sure that you are doing stuff that feels best for you. When you're ready, drop the arms down by the sides of the body, give a wiggle or shake. We're going to go back into those arm circles. This time, palms are going to face the sky, and we're going to go backwards to forward. Again, sticking with that consistency of small circles first. Kind of get the shoulder, the elbow, the inner bicep, outer tricep kind of warmed up. And then naturally adding in a little bit bigger range of motion. So getting into that medium-sized circle. And then that large size circle for you. And in 3, 2, 1, arms can come down by the side of the body, give a wiggle or shake. We are going to move into some open the gates on the right leg first. So I'm going to kind of scooch towards the front of my chair. Start by sitting nice and tall. Hands can get placed wherever they feel comfortable. Right knee comes up towards the chest. Then move that right leg out towards right. Option, you can drop that right foot down to the floor or hover it. And then bring that right foot back to that starting position next to that left leg. So a nice kind of leg circle that we're adding, knees bent the entire time, sticking on that right knee. This is us opening the gate, and then in a little bit, we will put it in reverse, but we just wanna make sure that that hip is warmed up. I will get some music going. As always, let me know if it's too loud or not loud enough.
That's good.
Okay, awesome. All right, we're gonna close those gates now. So change that direction, let that right hip burn for a little bit during our warm up. Again, always option to drop that right foot to the floor if you'd like. Get a little bit of a break in that hip. And in 3, 2, 1, right foot can come back down to the floor. We're gonna open the gates on that left leg now. So left knee in towards the chest, left leg out towards the left. Option, drop that left leg to the floor or hover and bring it back to center. Again, take this at your pace, your speed, your range that feels best for you. Make sure that posture is nice and straight. I just caught myself slouching a little bit. And in 3, 2, 1, let's put it in reverse. So close the gate, opposite direction. And in 3, 2, 1, the left foot can get planted flat to the floor. Sitting nice and tall, hands rest on thighs. We're gonna get into some good mornings. So hinge at the hips, bring the torso closer to the legs. Once you feel some glute activation, squeeze those glutes, bring your torso back up. So you wanna focus on that hinge And then those glutes kind of help guide the torso up. You don't just want to lean forward, lean back. You want to engage the glutes here for our good mornings. Take this at your pace. Good job, keep it up. And in 3, 2, 1, sitting nice and tall, we're gonna move into some leg tucks. So I'm gonna scooch forward in my chair because we're gonna have a little slight lean with our torso towards the wall behind us. Wanna activate the core so that when you bring a knee in towards the chest, you're kind of in an angled position just a little bit. And then you drop that right leg down, alternate on the left. So torso's leaned, core is engaged, arms are in a comfortable position, could be down by the sides of the body. Right knee in towards the chest, then bring that right leg back towards the floor. Left knee in towards the chest, left leg back towards the floor, and repeat.
Do your legs touch the floor when they come down?
Yes, you can have your feet completely be on the floor. They can be flat, they can be heels to the floor, whatever feels comfortable for balance. And just alternating, rotating, breathing. And in 3, 2, 1, bring that torso nice and tall, get back in a nice seated, comfortable position. We're gonna finish with some calf raises, but we're gonna start by bringing our heels together and separating our toes so that our feet are kind of in a V-shaped position. I have my hands resting on my thighs, and I'm just bringing both heels up off the floor at the same time. Full extension in the calves, then dropping the heels back down towards the floor, and repeat. And in 3, 2, 1, feel free to shake out anything that needs any additional tension. I am gonna grab a sip of water before we get into our core portion. Okay, all right, to start with our core, we're gonna start with some side twists. So elbows are gonna go wide, hands can come behind the neck, behind the head, behind the ears, whatever comfortable position suits you. And before we twist, we are going to engage the core. Once your core is engaged, squeezing those abs tight, we're going to completely twist to the right side of the wall, have the chest and the face face the right wall, back to center, and then left. Nice, slow, controlled movement here. Engage that core, keep it strong. Keep it going, doing great. And in 3, 2, 1, gonna move into some diagonal pocket crunches. So So both hands reach up diagonally towards the left, facing the sky or pointed towards the sky. And then drop both hands down towards the outside of right hip. So you're kind of reaching across the body, adding a little bit of a twist when you drop your hands to the outside of that right hip. We're just gonna stick on this side. So left arms up diagonally towards the left, or both arms up diagonally towards the left, excuse me. And then drop both hands down to the outside of right hip. Almost like you're reaching something top shelf, dropping it in your bag, that's on the right side of your body. You can always opt in to hold weights too in your hands if you'd like. And in 3, 2, 1, switching sides. So now both arms reach diagonally towards the right, and then dropping in that left outside. Taking this at your pace. When you reach up, make sure you feel that extension, feel that spine nice and tall. And then when you drop hands down to the outside of the hips, adding that little bit of a side diagonal crunch. Feel that core engaged. And in 3, 2, 1. Finding a nice neutral spot on your chair. We're gonna do chest to thigh crunches. So hands come back into either the back of the neck, the back of the ears, the back of the head, elbows wide. My feet are at shoulder width apart distance, knees bent. All I'm doing, engaging the core, hinging at the hips. Forward, chest to thigh crunches. So still emphasizing feeling the glute work, but core is engaged the entire time. So bring that belly button into spine. Keep that back nice and flat. Don't want to arch here. And in 3, 2, 1. Arms come down by the sides, give a good wiggle or shake. My shoulders are kind of burning right now, which is great. We're gonna hop into some arm circles. So arms get extended in that T-shaped position. Engage the core here and start with a medium-sized arm circle. Palms face the floor. And we're just gonna stay steady in this medium, whatever medium size suits you. Nice and strong. Three, 2, 1. Arms come down by the sides of the body, wiggle or shake if need be. We're gonna go back into the arm circles, palms face the sky. And again, stick with that middle, medium-sized circle, medium-sized consistencies. Core is engaged. Doing great, keep it up. Grab water whenever you need to. But I'll give a shout out when we switch into our legs after. And in 3, 2, 1, arms come down by the sides of the body, wiggle or shake if need be. Moving into some side crunches. So hands rest behind, neck, head, ears, elbows wide. for our side crunches. Drop the right elbow down towards the floor on the right side of the body. Crunch on that right side, bring that torso back to center, and then left. So really focusing on moving, engaging that core, squeezing it down towards that side you're crunching. Nice and controlled here. And 3, 2, 1. Hands stay in this position. We're gonna finish it with some bicycles. So opposite elbow, opposite knee. I'm gonna raise my left knee in towards the chest. Right elbow tries to touch or get kind of pushed in that direction. Bring everything back to center. And then alternate on the other side. Right elbow, right knee to left elbow. Taking this at your pace, core is engaged, belly button is brought into the spine. Shoulders are a little spicy. And 3, 2, 1. Drop arms down by the sides of the body, shake them out, roll the shoulders a couple times if you need. Woo. I'm gonna grab a quick sip before we jump into our legs. Okay. For legs, I'm gonna scooch towards the front of my chair. I'm gonna extend both legs long. I have my heels to the floor and my toes pointed towards the sky. We're gonna stick on this right leg first. So right, I'm gonna keep my leg completely straight, extended, and all I'm doing is just raising that right leg up off the floor, dropping it back down and repeating. Option, you can drop the heel to the floor completely, or if you want to hover for an additional movement throughout the leg, feel free. Let it burn. Find a good rhythm with the beats, if that helps you, on a raise and a lower. Whew. Three, 2, 1. Find a good spot to hover that right leg straight out in front, and we're gonna add tiny pulses. So pulse, pulse, pulse. You can point the right toes away from the body right now if you'd like. Pulsing is just moving it a couple inches up, a couple inches down. Feeling that quad strong. And 3, 2, 1. Woo! Feel free to bring that right foot flat to the floor, give that quad a little bit of a break, give that hip a little bit of a break. When you are ready, we're gonna switch over to that left leg. So I'm gonna extend my right leg back long. Both heels to the floor, toes to the sky. Start by raising that left leg up off the floor. Again, you can do a tap with the heel or you can hover. Quad is engaged. Hip is working for us. I still have my toes pointed towards the sky. Once we do pulses, then I'll point my toes away. But always opt in for what you want to do. In 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out, point those left toes away from the body. Find a good spot to hover. Little pulses up and down, up and down, up and down. And in 3, 2, 1, feel free to bring that left foot flat to the floor, bend that knee, give that quad and that hip a little bit of a break. We are gonna go back to the right leg and do some right leg circles. So to start, you can keep that left foot flat to the floor, left knee bent if you'd like. Extend that right leg long, so you have left knee bent, right leg long, right heel to the floor, toes to the sky. When you're ready, hover that right leg up off the floor, and we're gonna go clockwise circles, pointing those toes away from the body. Find a good small, medium range to draw your circle. And if you want, you can engage the core a little bit more and lower your back to the wall behind you, kind of in a diagonal or a slight angle. If you like, you don't have to, you can still keep upright. You'll put more emphasis on the quad and the hip. And if you lean back a little bit, you'll kind of move that tension towards the core. So 2 options you can play with if you like. And 3, 2, 1, gonna change directions counterclockwise. Keep that burn going, you are doing great. Whew. And 3, 2, 1, right foot comes flat to the floor, right knee bends. Woo, my oh my. All right, switching over to that left side. So I'm gonna keep that right knee bent, left leg is gonna extend long out in front, heel to the floor, toes to the sky. When you are ready, hover that left leg, start your small to medium clockwise circles. Again, you can sit up nice and tall, or if you want, you can lean that torso back towards that wall behind you, engage the core. Point those toes away from the body. And 3, 2, 1, counterclockwise, keep that leg steady, you got it. If you need to take breaks or slow down your circles, feel free to do whatever suits you best. Three, 2, 1, drop that left foot flat to the floor, bend that knee. Take a little break if you need. We're gonna move back over to that right leg and do some right high knees. So I have my hands on my hips. I'm just gonna start by raising up that right knee, bringing it towards the chest, then planting that right foot back down towards the floor and repeating. Just sticking with this right side, isolating that movement here. Option if you just want to hover that foot and not tap it back down to the floor, totally okay. Doing great, keep it up. And 3, 2, 1. Find a good spot to hold that right high knee, and we're gonna pulse it out. Option, you can have your toes point towards the floor, or you can have your toes point towards that wall in front. We are pulsing out that high knee, really getting in that hip. And 3, 2, 1. Drop that right foot flat to the floor. My, oh my. Hip is our friends. Yes, they are. Switching over to our left high knees. Here we go. Bring that left knee in towards the chest. Then bring that foot back down towards the floor or hover. And stick on this side. Take this at your pace. Great. And in 3, 2, 1, find a good spot to hover or keep that high knee engaged. And then we're pulsing it out. Pulses up and down. In 3, 2, 1, drop that left foot flat to the floor. We are gonna get into some sumo side crunches on the right side. So extend both feet wider than shoulder width apart. Feet flat to the floor, knees are bent knees are bent at 90 degrees. Hands rest behind the head, the back of the neck, or behind the ears, but our elbows are wide. And all we're doing, engaging the core, dropping that right elbow towards the outside of that right thigh, and then bring that torso back to center, then drop again back to that right side. So we're only sticking with the right side right now. Feet are wider, adding in some more balance, stability here for us. And a little bit of inner thigh work as well. That belly button is brought to spine, core is engaged. In 3, 2, 1. Sitting nice and tall. There it is. We're gonna move over to that left side now. So left elbow gets dropped out towards the outside of that left thigh. Back to center. That torso comes, and then repeat. Again, take this slow, controlled. Your glutes are engaged as well. And 3, 2, 1. Bring that torso nice and tall, hands stay where they're at. We're gonna finish our last one with sumo forward crunches. So keep those glutes engaged, lean that torso down towards the floor in that open space between the legs, then come back up. Take this a little bit slower. You're gonna use outer glute work here as well. Core is engaged still.
Hands behind the shoulder.
Hands behind the head. Elbows wide, yeah. You're doing great. Finish it strong. We're more than halfway done with the workout. And 3, 2, and 1. Bring that torso nice and tall, feet can come together. I'm gonna grab some water before we move into our arms. Okay, arms, here we go. We're gonna sit nice and tall, feet can get planted wherever they feel comfortable. Arms rest down by the sides of the body, fingertips pointing towards the floor, palms facing the body. All we're doing is raising our arms into that T-shaped position, then dropping them back down. So really emphasize keeping that torso strong, nice and tall. Raising the shoulders just at shoulder height, don't want to go more than that. And then dropping them back down. Emphasize raising, not swinging, arms up. Don't want momentum, want control, stability here. Always option to use weight if you'd like. Or if you feel tension in your traps or in the back of the neck, you can always do a good shoulder roll, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, back towards the wall behind. That's when you drop the shoulders to the floor, that's a good starting spot. So if you ever feel tension, you can always do a shoulder roll, always an option. But sticking with those T-shaped arm raises. Keep it up. And in 3, 2, 1. Keep those arms in that T-shaped position, palms face the floor, and we're gonna add pulses. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Couple inches. If you need to slightly bend the elbows, if you feel too much pressure around the elbow, feel free. Emphasize keeping those shoulders down. Don't have your shoulders creep up to those ears. Doing great, woo! And 3, 2, 1. Drop arms down by the sides of the body, wiggle them out, shake them out. From here, arms down by the sides of the body. I'm gonna emphasize squeezing the inside of the biceps towards the ribs, bend the elbows, then bring the hands at shoulder height. You can have your hands in a light fist. So this is our starting position, nice and tight towards the sides of the ribs. We're gonna focus on some double punch rotation. So right arm punches out in front at shoulder height, then drive that elbow back in towards the side of the ribs, and then right arm punches one more time. So that's the second, that's the double. Drive that right elbow back in towards the sides of the ribs. Left arm punches forward, out in front, shoulder height, drive the elbow back in. Left arm punches again, drive elbow in, and repeat. So you're doing 2 punches before you switch over to the other side. Core is engaged, you'll have a little bit of a slight rotation when you do punch, totally okay. Find a good tempo for you. Punch. Great. And in 3, 2, 1. Drop arms down by the sides of the body. Wiggle or shake. We're gonna do right arm extended. So feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. I have a slight lean with the torso a little bit forward, just a slight one. Left hand is resting on left thigh. Right arm is extended in a half T-shaped position. So right arm's extended at shoulder height towards the right. And all we're doing, I want to keep our torso facing forward, but we're going to lean towards the right. Almost like you're reaching for something on the right side and then bringing that torso back to center. It's just a slight lean towards the right. Torso's facing forward. Right palm is facing the floor, just regular half T-shaped position. Lean, come back upright, lean, come back upright, and repeat. Working on the side abs here. Working on some glutes, some hip control as well. Shoulder will burn in a good way. And my lean's not too much, it's maybe just a couple inches. Once I feel a good activation in that side core, I am doing my job. And 3, 2, 1, switch hands. So right hand comes to right thigh, left arm gets extended into that half T-shaped position. Once you're ready, core is engaged, lean towards the left just a little. Again, chest is facing forward. And keep it going. Great, everyone. And in 3, 2, 1, left arm comes down by the sides of the body. Feel free to bring in the feet. Bring the feet close together, flat to the floor, knees bent. Arms down by the sides. I'm gonna rotate to have our palms face away from the body towards that wall behind us. And we're gonna do some front arm raises up at shoulder height. So when you're ready, raise those arms out in front, shoulder height, no more. And then back down. Again, emphasize raising, not swinging, without momentum. Crushing it. And 3, 2, 1. Keep those arms extended out in front. Of course, we're gonna pulse it out. Pulse up and down. Palms face the floor, fingertips away from the body towards that front wall. Sitting nice and tall. 2, 1. Drop arms down by the sides of the body. We're gonna get into our cactus diagonal punches overhead. So cactus or goalpost arms we get into now. Palms face the wall in front of you, fingertips towards the sky, elbows bent 90 degrees, your head is in between both forearms. I'm gonna have my hands kind of in a light fist. Right arm punches overhead and up towards the left, and then left arm punches overhead and up towards the right, kind of sky, wall area, and just alternate, repeat. So keep that one arm strong in that cactus or goalpost position as the other arm is punching up overhead, and alternate, repeat. Shoulder burn, upper ab work here as well. In 3, 2, 1, arms come down by the sides of the body. We're gonna finish it here with some single chest flies, then double. So arms resting, sides of the body. Lean that torso down a little towards the legs, a nice angle with the back. Then from here, all we're gonna do is raise that right arm into a T-shaped position. But again, our torso is kind of facing the floor, so we're angled towards the floor. Once that arm is raised in that T-shaped position, drop that arm, right arm back down. Left arm gets raised into that T-shaped position on the left side. Drop that left arm down. And then we're gonna do double with both arms. So both arms extend into that T-shaped position. That's your first one. Drop them down toward the side of the body, then raise again, then drop them down. And then we're gonna go back into the single. So single right arm, single left arm, double raise, single, single, raise them both, raise them both. Find a good tempo for you. Adding in some single work here, and then double, engaging the back muscles here. Taking this at your pace. And if it's helpful for me to kind of call out my tempos too, just let me know. Single raise, double, double. Torso is facing that floor. You are doing great. And in 3, 2, 1, take a break, roll those shoulders back if you need, do a couple shoulder rolls if you're feeling any tension, tightness. We're gonna finish here back with our core, starting at the top. So when you are ready, again, starting with those side twists, hands either get placed behind head, back of ears, behind ears or back of neck, elbows wide, engage the core, twist to the right wall, back to center, twist to that left wall, and repeat. Three, 2, 1, diagonal pocket crunches. Both arms reach up towards that left wall, diagonally. Drop hands down to the outside of that right hip. Back and forth. Sticking on the side. Picking something on the top shelf, put it in your book bag on the right. And in 3, 2, 1, switch sides, both arms reach up towards the right diagonally, then drop the outside of that left hip. And 3, 2, 1. Gonna do some chest to thigh crunches. Hands come behind head. Feet are at shoulder width apart distance. Activate the core, engage it. Lean that chest forward down to the thighs, then back upright. Glutes are still supporting us as well. And in 3, 2, 1, drop arms down by the sides of the body. Shimmy or shake. We're gonna go back into those arm circles, extended at T shape or shoulder height. Palms face the floor. We're gonna stick with that medium range. So find a nice medium range. Shoulders are ending the workout. Keep them strong. Forward motions here. And 3, 2, 1, put it in reverse. Palms face the sky. Stick with that medium. You can do it. You are strong. And in 3, 2, 1, take a break, grab some water, shake the shoulders out. We are gonna get into our cool down when you're ready. Playing some cool down music here. Start by just pausing, giving yourself a moment. Letting the shoulders calm down, letting the hips, the legs. We're gonna start with a seated figure 4. So bring, both feet are flat to the floor right now, knees are bent 90 degrees. Bring that right knee in towards the chest. Move that right leg out towards, or rotate that right hip out towards the right. Have the hands guide the outside of that right ankle to rest above that left knee. Getting that good hip flexor stretch here. Lean that torso down towards the legs, adding in that additional stretch. Your left hand can kind of hold the right toes and you can gently move the ankle in a circle. Both directions, that feels best for you. When you're ready, bring that torso nice and tall. Remove that right leg off that left leg. Switching sides, left knee in towards chest. Rotate that left hip out towards left. Hands can guide the outside of left ankle to rest above right knee. Lean that chest forward for an additional stretch in the hip. And then right hand can kind of hold the left foot. Gently guide it through some ankle circles. And 3, 2, 1. Bring that torso nice and tall. Release that left leg off that right leg. We're gonna do arm across the chest stretch. So right arm comes across the body over to that left wall. Left hand can grab that right forearm. Gently pull closer towards the body. Getting some inhales and exhales. In through the nose, out through the mouth. When you're ready, release that hand off that forearm. Switch arms now. Left arm comes across the chest, reaches that right wall, towards that right wall. Then right hand grabs the left forearm, pulls that arm closer towards the body. Chakra. When you're ready, release that hand off that forearm. We're gonna do some cat and cows. So hands rest on thighs, finding a nice tall position with the spine. When you're ready, inhale, bring that forehead to the sky, belly button comes out in front. Exhale, curve that spine, tuck that chin to chest, and repeat. Inhale, exhale.
Thanks, Jackie. Have a great day.
Of course, you too.
I might have to start calling you the pulsing queen and take it away from Stacy, though.
It's a good one. What can I say?
Right? It was a great workout. Have a great day.
Awesome, you too. And when you're ready, take a big inhale, big exhale. Find a good spot to pause. If you need more time for your cool down, take all the time you need. But that was our seated core stability.